I know that I'll probably get a little pushback from this on some agents, but sometimes it really isn't just about the money. Hey there, welcome back to my Epique Journey. I am Brandon DeVere, and thank you as always for tuning in and sharing your time with me. I do appreciate that. From 600 to 600 plus, that's where we're headed. That's where we're on this journey. And today I just have to say, woo! So excited today, super excited. And this is what kind of talking about, is it always about the money or not? I know that there's different people have different things. And I agree with many people, but today, huge weight lifted off my shoulders. If you've been following this at all, you'll know that I've been having issues getting my son to school. We had to pull him out of one school, put him in another, try to do a hybrid thing, get all this situated, get him to school. Had to sit him for a football game last week because he didn't make it in. And then today he promised me that he'd go for a portion of the time, and he went the entirety of the time and got out. He was so excited, so much. He was so fun. Had a great time, and he basically told me that how proud he was of himself. And so he finally got in. So it's super exciting for me. I know to a lot of people it's not a huge deal. It's not a big deal to have your kid go to school. I know I talk about this. This happens to be our thing that we go through, and so for us it is a big deal for him to do this. But he got in, did everything. We got home, and all on the drive home. This school is a little bit further than his previous school, so we have a little more drive time. And so we kind of got to talk about it a little bit, and we were talking. He was like, "Man, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of myself. I did it. It was fun. It was way easier after I got in there." And we started talking about mindset, because he told me, then he told his mom on the phone, and then he told me again on the drive home. And he just said, "I know now that if I can do it once, I can do it again." And I was so excited, like, for him to have that 11 years old go, "If I've done it before, I can do it again." And he told me that he was because he had his class before the class. He had somebody kind of talking with him about some stuff, and they did some breathing exercises, which he said he was going to do. Did those breathing exercises, got in, and so it's a huge deal for me for him to overcome this. But on the way home, we started talking about mindset, and if you can, Henry Ford, if you believe you can or you can't, then you're right. And so we talked about what that meant and what that meant for him to do this. Then we spiraled off into talking about Jocko. If you've ever seen Jocko, this is actually pretty cool because I showed him the video Jocko Good. If you haven't seen that, definitely check it out, because he just talks about with every bad scenario, something good happens. So I showed him the video. After he was done, he's like, "Hey, who was that?" And I was like, "Oh, his name is Jocko." And he goes, "Oh, did he write the books that you gave me?" So when he first started experiencing this, God, I can't remember the name of the books now, but Jocko wrote a children's book. Like, ex-Navy SEAL wrote a children's book on dealing with like anxieties. It had to deal, I think, a little bit more with bullying and things like that, but being a young kid, like, trying to overcome obstacles. And so he read both of them, both of the books, and so he's like, "Oh, is that Jocko?" And I said, "Yeah." So we started talking about, because Jocko in Good, he says, "Good, didn't get that mission. They canceled the mission. Good, we have more time to prepare. Like, didn't get this. Good, we got to do that." And so we started talking about certain things of where good comes from, or what good comes from certain scenarios. And we talked about, him not wanting to go to school, so we had to put him in another one. I was like, "Okay, he didn't go to school. Good. Now we get a chance to figure out what would work best." And I think this school's going to be perfect for him, especially for his learning styles and things like that. So it was really awesome to understand, like, good, like, start doing a thought process and doing kind of an exercise of what is here. You're going through something difficult. Good. What good can come out of it? For instance, like, I've heard of people closing their very first deal and it's just flawless, no challenges at all. And then people that close their first deal and it was the hardest deal of their career. Well, in that moment, if you can say, "Good, it's only going to get easier. I'm going to learn everything that I can, because now everything else will be easier from here on out." Now, who knows? Maybe you just get lucky after that first unlucky one, and then everything's just good. Or maybe you learn so much from that first like disaster of a transaction that turns in you learn so much on that you're able to handle and navigate all the way through. But so definitely wanted to share that for anybody who knew that was going on, because part of this journey that I'm on has been consumed massively by these day in and day out of trying to go to school. And I'm nowhere near where I want to be. I'm not anywhere near where I wanted to be right now in this journey. But I have to go through this and say, all right, good. Like, good. What did my son teach me in the last few months of battling, like trying to get certain situations? What did he teach me? Good. Maybe it's to become way more focused on, this quest to hit 600 plus and beyond. I don't know yet, but we will find out. And one of the things is, though, one of the a big objection that I get, I get a number of objections from agents when I talk to them about coming over to Epique with us and figuring out hey, how can this be better for your business? This will be better for your business. Hey, if you did this, you'd make more money. You'd make more money. Well, I had this when I was recruiting to EXP too. It's nothing new, and it's people it's just the recruiting in general. It has nothing to do with whether or not it's rev share, anything like that. But a lot of times people will be like, well, I have a great relationship with my broker. I love my broker. I love my broker. And a lot of times you get into rooms of recruiters and they're like, oh, you love your recruiter more than money, and all that stuff. And many times, like, people that are only motivated by money don't understand why someone would stay for that reason. And that's just a misunderstanding, right? But there truly is something to be said for people the way they make you feel over money. I mean, it's true. Would I like to have more money? Absolutely. I'm also not willing to do certain things to get that money. So I'm not terribly motivated by money. Do I like it? Do I want it? Absolutely. Do I want to go out? Do I want to have nice things and go on awesome trips? 100%. But I can also understand the value of someone treating someone so well that money becomes secondary. Not that this person doesn't care about money, it just becomes secondary. And I want to share a story I talked about our area leaders here. I'll do a brief rundown of it again. So what we have is we have state brokers, and then within the areas that we are in the state, we will have area leaders assigned to a group of agents. They're not team leaders. They can be, but they definitely they're not all team leaders, but they are area leaders. Well, they will take care of everybody in that area. And so what that is supposed to help do in this cloud-based culture is, previously it was like cloud-based. Hopefully you landed on somebody had a team already and they joined and you were accepted into that group. Then now you can be like, if you weren't on that physical, like actual traditional style team, you might be outcast a little bit. So that's what Epique did, was like, hey, we don't want that to happen. What we're going to do is we will have area leaders that are not strictly team leaders. They will be responsible for creating, a local culture that was being lost in the cloud-based world, because people were getting sponsored from across the country, and then they were being left behind and have no one to go to. So the reason I bring this up is because it coincides exactly with this story today. So our team leader, Crystal, knows that I've been battling. My family's been battling with this. My son's been having challenges, knows all this. And after he went through for the full day today, I text her and one of her team members and said, hey, like, he did it. He made it today. Like, it's like super excited, super cool. And then she's like, text me, I don't know, less than 30 minutes later, and it was like, hey, well, first she said, hey, they're texting back and forth, congratulations, tell them that the work strangers are super proud of him and all this stuff. So I'm sharing that with him. He's very excited about the fact that somebody else outside of the family or school teacher is giving him praise. And so within 30 minutes, she's like, hey, she texts me, he's like, I hope somebody's home. And then I hear the doorbell go off and I'm like, what? So I go downstairs, open the door. There is a delivery of a Baskin, I've never even seen it before. A Baskin Robbins, called a Baskin Robbins Polar Pizza. And it was like the Pizookie that they have at BJ's, if you guys have BJ's wherever you're at. But like the Pizookie, or I can't remember who else has it. But just basically the pizza cookie, but this is an ice cream cake cookie. And she sent that, and it's like, I don't know, he was floored. I was floored. It was awesome gesture, super fun, and exciting to know that I have that behind me, right? Those are the kind of people that are creating the culture here locally for me, and the kind of team that we're having here. And it was like just the thought, me within 30 minutes it's delivered to my door. So this wasn't like, oh, I should have done this yesterday, let me send this, or it was just instantly she thought of, hey, here's a nice little reward for Brandon's son, like let him, enjoy this and get excited about a job well done. And I don't know. So those are the things, right? Things just like that can show you that, it's not always about the money. Like this story, I will share forever, and I can't even tell you how much my last commission check was for. Like it was money, right? It was cool. It was money. I can't tell you exactly what that bought either. So that's where I can understand. So if you are one of those people and you go, you know what, I don't care how much more money I can make at another brokerage, or even how much better it would be. Let's say, for hypothetical sake, purposes, let's say that where you're at right now, you're closing 4 deals a year, and you could come to Epique and you could close 8 deals a year, make more money, have more tools, and have way more training, right? Okay, great. But what if you have such a relationship or someone that understands you so completely that you're like, you know what, those other things don't matter to me. I need someone that I can, and not saying it wouldn't happen here, because I know that Crystal's up very late taking phone calls, super late, on multiple occasions, and helping agents. But saying that if you have someone, I completely understand, 100% understand why you would value that over just making more money. So just wanted to share that awesome story. Great day for me. Great day for my son. And in the just, I know I can feel you for the people that just say, you know what, it's not about making money. And I do agree with you. I do like making money again. I'll say that. I do like making it. I do like having it. Do like doing nice things, all that stuff. But sometimes in the end, it is a gesture like that today that goes so long, like just goes so far and beyond than what any like split or lead or anything could ever do. So just wanted to share that story with you guys. Hopefully, it gives some value and motivates some of you to, maybe even send a polar pizza to, someone that on your team that deserves it, or their child. So, all right, I will be back here again tomorrow, and I will see you then. Have a great one.